time and money. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're sitting at home right now and you're like, I really want to make a change. I can feel inside this is right for me. Like, you do know, right? You know whether something's vibing with you or not. There's really only two things left for people. They go, I don't have the time or I don't have the money, right? So let's talk about the first one, because they're both legitimate excuses.
Like, I hear you.
Yeah. So nobody has time though. That's the thing, right? You didn't have time.
No.
Did you have just time sitting around? Or what? No, you make
it's
it,
It's like, you crack me up. Please, I'm a single mom. No time.
Yeah.
No, I just knew that if I just kind of did it tough for a little while, but honestly, tough wasn't that tough.
Right.
What I had to do was give some things up. So most businesses involve quitting your job, right, and taking a huge leap of faith and money into like this new idea. So I kept my day job and I did this at night, but I didn't stay up till 2 a.m. I just gave like, a half an hour here, an hour there. I didn't allow myself to watch Netflix until I had done at least 20 minutes of the course. And then
Yellowstone on Stan.
Rewarded myself with, a half an hour of Netflix. No social media scrolling. I got takeout like 1 or 2 nights a week.
To save cooking and cleaning time.
Well, that buys you like at least an hour for both of those now. So that's 2 hours. I actually did an analysis and figured out how I could free up 11 hours a week. Things like just asking my kids to help, or if people have partners or a roommate, just saying, hey, I really want to do this. I need your support. Could you help out and do a few more things? So if you pick up all those little bits, a half an hour to an hour a night, 4 nights a week, and then maybe 2-hour block on the weekend, honestly, you can you'll find the time.
Nobody I know, except people who are retired, have time, right? It's just an excuse that we make up because it's not important enough to us. If it was your child's life on the line, you would find the time. And in some ways it kind of can be, right? Like, where would have you been through this period as an interior designer had you not taken the action a few years ago to start your side hustle? I mean,
I would have been one of those people like taking advantage of not being evicted.
Yeah.
Right? Because Adam asked me in March, he's like, how are you doing? I'm like, well, my interior design is down by about 80 or 90%. I had a few little hours here and there. And I was like, but something really weird is happening. Like, my sales are going really well. He's like, yeah, I'm hearing that from other people too. So suddenly my side hustle, like let's make some money so I can go on vacation for 2 weeks, became my primary income stream. And I didn't have to tell my landlord I wasn't going to pay rent. I didn't have to ask for the electricity company to defer. Yeah. Like, I ended up doing really well. And so suddenly, instead of being a get rich or get comfortable, it was a lifeline. Yeah. And now it's actually really shifted my thinking. The whole idea of just having one job and one income just seems too scary in this world we live in.
That's like a thing of the past now. And I think a lot of people now are like, it's an essential to have multiple income streams. All right, the next one is money. So a lot of people are like, oh, I don't have the money. But here's the thing, right? First of all, once you've learned this, there are actually ways to do this without any money for inventory. We have a student now who took our education and then just started approaching brands that are not selling on Amazon. They might sell their products Australia-wide, right? But they don't sell on Amazon or online. And he said, I want to be your agent for Amazon, and I want a 5-year right to sell your stuff in the US. And they're like, okay, fine. He's on track to do $5 million this year with none of his own money in play, which is just crazy.
It's so clever. And I have a lot of students that have teamed up where, like, within this amazing community, and I know we're going to talk about the community, I've got like people with ideas teaming up with people with money and no ideas and collaborating and like making magic. We know a bunch of stories of this happening.
I mean, one of the things we teach in the program, guys, is there's 3 elements to any successful business. Someone needs to have the idea, someone needs to put up the money, and someone needs to do the work. Yeah. Now, if you've got the idea and you're willing to do the work, we've got a lot of people in our community that are very, very interested in putting their money in with somebody. We've got tons of them. Last week, unrelated to Amazon, but we were looking for some money for a software that we were about to build. Yeah. And we went and asked the community. We only invited 300 of them. They said, look, we were looking for some investment. 300 of our students turned up, and we got offered $2.4 million in 60 minutes.
Really? Really? I think our little bird did tell me that.
There's such an appetite for people going, hey, listen, I'll put the money up. I'll put up the 20 grand or 10 grand or 5 grand, whatever it is, but I want to be along for the ride, you know? And they're putting the money into inventory anyway. The only risk really is if your inventory is faulty and you can't sell it. Otherwise, you just discount it out, get your money back, and you're good. Yeah. So it's really interesting. Money really isn't an excuse in our community. I promise you, there are thousands of people in our community. If you said, I've got a really cracking Amazon idea, I've got my brand sorted out, I just need somebody to put up a few $1,000s for the inventory and I'll partner with you, you might give up half the business on that first product to do that, but at least you've gone from a 0 to a 1, right?
Yeah, you've got half of something, not 100% of nothing.
Yeah, and then you can do unlimited deals like that, which is just extraordinary. So there are actually ways to do that, and but there's no way to do it if you don't know how. Yeah. And that's where the course comes in. If you enjoyed that video, please hit the subscribe button. We will send you angels' blessings from all over the world. We really appreciate it. Hit the subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.